140,000 service members have been diagnosed with a traumatic brain injury. 1 in 3 service members return home experiencing severe post-traumatic stress symptoms, and currently 5.3 million Americans are living with a long-term disability as a result from TBI injuries. CW6's Kimberly Dvorak investigates how the fight against TBI and PTS is beginning.
Andrew Marr comes from a military family. However, he wanted to be an NFL player. After a promising college career, something happened. He was injured, and 9/11 changed the world as he knew it. Andrew decided to give the Army his athletic ability and became a Green Beret, one that specialized in breaching terrorist enclaves using explosives.
You accept those risks and you make a commitment ahead of time to your team and to everybody else that I'm going to do what I need to do when the time comes to make sure these guys get home and we finish our mission.
After 3 combat tours, Andrew was medically retired from the Army. Repeated explosions had rattled his brain and caused traumatic brain injury. TBI progressively affected Andrew's life to the point where he could not remember what he was saying mid-sentence or where he lived.
I'm having all these new problems and they never happened before. I was never like this. And instead of asking good questions, instead of doing a detailed history analysis on the person, they say, okay, you're having behavioral problems, you're having bouts of depression, let's try an antidepressant. And let's try an anti-anxiety. And again, that doesn't fix the underlying condition, it just masks the symptom.
By the time Andrew left the nation's premier TBI treatment facility at Bethesda, Maryland, he was taking 13 different mind-altering drugs and was told that this was his new life. Unfortunately, Andrew's life got much worse. The husband and father of 4 added alcohol to his psychotropic drug cocktail. He considered suicide. He slept with a loaded gun under his pillow, and his wife was pregnant again.
My low point was waking up one day, finding myself on 13 medications, being an alcoholic. My wife was 9 months pregnant with our 5th child, and her request of me was to keep my drink, if I could keep my drinking down for the day in case she went into labor, so she didn't have to drive herself to the hospital.
After the aha moment, Andrew, along with his younger brother Adam, a retired Army Apache helicopter pilot, embarked on the tedious research path to find another medical method to alleviate his TBI symptoms and return to the father and husband his family needed. They found Dr. Gordon, who specialized in neurology and successfully treated 1,200 patients suffering TBI and PTS through hormone therapy.
We're challenging the status quo by providing a superior alternative.
Andrew credits his family and Dr. Gordon for saving his life.
And Kimberly Dvorak is joining us this morning with more on this breakthrough and what they're doing. And it's, as I mentioned, it's just beginning.
It's remarkable. It's remarkable. What we're seeing and what we experienced with Andrew, he and his brother Adam came into the studio, spent Memorial Day, in essence, with me, discussing a lot of issues surrounding this and how this treatment has actually saved him from, he believes, certain death. He would have been this statistic. And the new treatment, uses hormones that your body produces, and during, the traumatic brain injuries, usually your brain gets rattled around, and they call it a silent killer because you don't have any visible injuries, but your brain stops producing or isn't able to produce these hormones. And through the experimental treatment, which we'll carry on next week because we'll be covering this for the next couple of weeks, Andrew recovered and is back to 95% of where he was before.
He's off the 13 medications.
He's taking one for something or other, but it's something that's not a psychotropic.
Not 13.
Yeah, not 13. And I think that what he wanted to highlight when it talked about the drugs is he went to the Army's, the military's premier TBI center, which I've been to. Gorgeous, beautiful facility. However, what happened is when he went in, he was taking 6 medications. When he left, he was taking 13. Mm-hmm. So the protocol around this, and by protocol I mean what doctors are prescribing, is written into their notes. This is, if you have this, check this box, we're going to treat it.
What was most telling there when he was talking is he mentioned, he's like, they're not treating the problem. They're just masking the symptoms.
Exactly, and that's where Dr. Gordon comes in, and he goes in and does a full, blood work, and we'll learn a little bit more next week about him. But what we are learning is that the body can heal itself, and if we give these warriors the opportunity, to heal them, go in and get the proper treatment. This is not the life they want to live. They don't want to be drinking. They don't want to be on drugs, or whether they're legal or illegal.
Unfortunately, this day and age, we've talked a lot about the 22 suicides
per day, which, our vets deserve better than this. And unfortunately, right now, the VA will not, and we've reached out to the VA as well, they will not cover this treatment, although it costs 1/3 of what it would take to take care of someone who takes the 13 medications.
This could potentially save those lives.
Yeah, but I do want to also point out as well, for those who are seeking help, we will have the entire unedited video up on the website. And also, just a note that if you're taking medication, we're not any way trying to, make you stop taking anything like that. Talk to your doctor before you go on to do this. But if you go on the website today, you'll see the unedited video. You'll see Adam's transfer or Andrew's transformation, and then you'll also be able to find out information how to get to their website.
All right, Kimberly Dvorak, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.